When I shifted the way I trained from lifting heavy weights slow and trying to pack on muscle to being an athlete, being more mobile, being more explosive, I went from sitting in the mid 80s to topping out at over 90 miles an hour. Something that confuses me a lot is why it's still normal to train pitchers to lift heavy instead of making their training more like 90% explosive. Most of the programs I've seen and most of the programs that I've been prescribed in the past involve probably about 90% strength work, hypertrophy work, and basically just lifting like a bodybuilder and a power lifter. And I think that there's this like confusing misconception that that builds athleticism. But the reality is that training like an athlete isn't just lifting heavy weights, and especially training like a pitcher is not lifting heavy weights. Training like a pitcher and an athlete is working in all planes of motion, explosive, learning how to absorb and redirect force at high speeds, learning how to change direction at high speed, learning how to take on high amounts of force without getting injured, and then being able to access deep ranges of motion and still be strong in those deep ranges. Too many strength and conditioning coaches are still just relying on the squat, bench, and deadlift. And fundamentally, they're great exercises. And I don't think that there isn't a place for them. It just shouldn't be the majority of a program for a pitcher because it's good to be able to produce a lot of force, but pitching is about how quickly you can produce that force. So if you're training your muscles to move slow, then it's not going to translate to the explosive, fast demands of pitching. If you want to stop training like a bodybuilder and a power lifter and get on a real program that's going to get you to the next level, go to road to 95.com/apply.